Hi, everyone. It's Karen Fleshman, founder of Racy Conversations, and I'm also a candidate for one of three seats on the San Francisco Board of Education that are up for election on November 8th. And I want to have a conversation with my fellow white San Franciscans about remarks that one of the current commissioners on the Board of Education made in response to a candidate questionnaire for a forum organized by the San Francisco Parents Action Committee. And I've posted what those remarks are in the notes below this live, so you can see what she had to say, and then you can see how she changed her response, and then has issued a statement about it on Twitter. And now the president of the Board of Supervisors of San Francisco, Shaman Walton, and the Latinx Democratic Club and the Harvey Milk Democratic Club are calling for her to resign. And I want to have a conversation with my fellow white San Franciscans about where is our voice in this matter. What she said is an expression of racist beliefs. And if we're sitting here silent and not lending our voice and not supporting Black and Brown families who are harmed by these remarks, if we're not standing alongside our Black and Brown elected officials and political groups who are calling on her to resign, we are complacent. And I think what she said in her remarks, I'm going to read them right now, is what a lot of white parents believe. This is certainly aligned with what I grew up learning in my all white community, nearly all white community, from my white parents and from my school. Okay, I'm going to read what she had to say. The question was, how can SFUSD increase academic outcomes for the most marginalized students? How can SFUSD challenge and create learning opportunities for higher achieving students? From my very limited exposure in the past 4 months to the challenges of educating marginalized students, especially in the Black and Brown community, I see one of the biggest challenges as being the lack of family support for those students. Unstable family environments caused by housing and food insecurity, along with lack of parental encouragement to focus on learning, cause children to not be able to focus on or value learning. That makes teachers work harder because they have to take care of emotional and behavioral issues of students before they can teach them. That is not fair to the teachers. We, SFUSD, need to work better with community organizations to take care of students' needs outside of school hours so that teachers can focus on teaching inside of school hours. We can try to solve this problem through having more community schools. We can also learn from charter schools that are doing better than us in this aspect. For higher achieving students, we need to create more challenging curriculum so that we don't kill their curiosity and thirst for learning by boring them to death. That means more AP and honors classes, not less. That also means more opportunities to connect with real world learning, such as through our career and technical education programs. Academically advanced students should also be encouraged to do more extracurricular activities so that they can become well rounded members of our society outside of school. So, you know, San Francisco, we're allegedly the most progressive city in America, right? But 30% of families choose to send their kids to private school, one of the highest rates of private school attendance in the country. Up until in 2015, San Francisco ranked eighth in per capita fatal officer involved shootings among US cities. I'm going to repeat that. We ranked eighth nationally among US cities in fatal officer involved shootings in 2015. Then there was a big movement, um, post San Francisco Police Department's execution of Mario Woods that pressed for police accountability, the new use of force policy. We got the old chief fired. We got an outsider chief hired. We got the US Department of Justice here investigating SFPD. I could go on and on, right? Um, where is the white outrage about this comment? It is not on Black and Brown families to fight this battle by themselves. If they fight this battle by themselves, they don't have the numbers to to they don't have the volume of votes that we do. We have more votes as white people. So do we align with this belief system, or do we counter it? Do we understand how deeply, deeply problematic it is to blame Black families, brown families for the challenges that are caused by us? Their challenges are caused by our racism, by our um, employment discrimination, by our hoarding of opportunities for kids who look like us, by our uh, demand for the allocation of resources to the schools that serve our children, by the way that we, seek out all these opportunities and extracurricular activities for our children, and hoard them all for our kids. Okay. And then at the illegal end of that continuum, we have those of us who are bribing college coaches to claim that our kids deserve athletic scholarships, and telling SAT officials that our kids have learning disabilities and need additional time. That is at the illegal end of a whole continuum of behaviors, right? So I urge every San Francisco white parent like me, white voter, to look ourselves in the mirror and ask, do I believe this stuff? Or am I going to stand in solidarity with Black and brown families who say this is unacceptable? Thank you for listening, and please um, take action. Thank you. I know they don't wanna hear me, Marla, thank you. They don't wanna hear me, but I'm not gonna shut up about this. And, if there's anyone, and I know confronting our racist beliefs is not easy. It was not easy for me. It's still not easy. I'm still unlearning and unpacking all of the stuff that I was taught, okay? And I will say this, it is liberating, it is healing, it is transformative, and white people, we are harmed by this belief system too. So if you want to come along in this journey, I am here for you. As I expressed on Twitter, I'm here for Anne. If Anne wants to do her unlearning, I am here for her. No one is discarded. No one is thrown away. We all have opportunities to grow, okay? Including me. I am far from, there is no such thing as perfect. This would require people going from being an ally to being a co-conspirator or abolitionist. 100%, Marla. As someone said today, when Black people get killed by police, Black people protest and white people join a book club. There's no time for book clubs, folks. It's time for taking real action. Thank you so much. I don't want to take up too much of your time, but if you know someone who needs to hear this message, please do share it with them. Thank you.